All right, man. Peace, y'all. This is Views from the Seven podcast. Shit. Boy. Hey, man. Before we turn these on, man, Ivan had me fucked up. And see, that's why now I know why, like, you know, niggas be fighting in the lounges and shit. 'Cause, boy, you can't be listening to no smooth shit and then you get me aggressive.
Somebody gotta be honest, man.
He's not. Then that means 50 Cent, Eminem.
Hold on, what was the situation?
Please explain.
He said Drake was pop. Right?
Okay.
He said Drake was pop. My argument is there is not an artist out there that hasn't tried to jump into different genres of music, unless it's the Griselda niggas.
Nas.
And Nas.
Nipsey.
Oh my God, here we go with this shit.
Drake is a popular rapper. I thought pop was short for popular. He's a popular rapper. I think he's bigger than rap now.
Absolutely. See, when people
bigger than rap.
When people say pop, to me, I'm thinking about like Pinks and NSYNCs and shit.
No.
So that it's disrespectful to what he does.
He's that though.
I think you transcend past the genre that you're in, and then you become popular, and then they just shorten it to pop. Like Michael Jackson is a pop artist, but I think he was R&B at first, or disco if you count like the.
His first album was disco.
I'm talking about
his second album was
Jackson 5 shit. Let's go back.
Jackson 5 was the only time he was R&B all the way, in my opinion.
You think Off the Wall was disco?
Off the Wall was a disco album.
That wasn't the Mirror of the Sound at that time?
Disco. That was 70s.
Early 80s.
Michael Jackson is everything.
That came out in 75.
Off the Wall? I thought it was 79.
Was it 79? It was still disco.
Before we was born.
Rock With You was a disco record. His first album was
the video shows disco.
Yeah, his first album was disco. Bad was his first album was disco. Thriller was pop. That was pop. Bad was rockish.
That wasn't even a pop thing. That wasn't even a pop era then. So it had to be R&B. It just became popular
He had
over
one
time.
song on there that was R&B, and that's the last song on the album. That was "The Lady in My Life."
So you don't get a Michael Jackson R&B until Invincible.
Which,
but what category would that be in the record store?
That was the closest to R&B he ever did.
That's it.
If it's 81, I'm in the record store, what category would I go to find that Thriller album?
But that's what I'm saying.
Pop.
R&B. Pop wasn't even a genre then.
You put that into the... He'll be over there with the fucking... Thriller will be over there with the fucking...
with the other black
Gladys
artists.
Knight.
No, the fucking... what's the dudes from London?
Queen?
Paul McCartney and them.
The Beatles?
The Beatles and all that.
He's probably been in both categories.
Rock. The
Beatles ain't rock.
What are the Beatles?
Like R&Popish.
What?
They're not. So yeah. So off the wall is disco. 100%. I'm putting Thriller. That's pop music. That was all he's getting on the radio. He's trying to transcend whatever box they put him in. Bad was more on the rockish. What was the one with Do You Remember on it?
Do you remember the time?
Yeah.
Bad was rockish. That sounds the same.
Talking about the Teddy Riley produced.
The song Bad it has what's the name on it? What are we talking about?
What's who on it?
Human Nature.
What's the one dude with the I didn't know he was black either. From
Niles Rogers?
Who has the not bad? The solo.
So the only black man,
rock solo.
The only black man we're not accepting is Lenny Kravitz.
Which is fucked up because Lenny is great. And then, but what's the Remember the Time? What album? I don't even know what album that was. That History?
That's on Dangerous.
Okay, Dangerous was New Jack Swing, which is R&B with that's more R&B with hip hop beats.
Dangerous was what?
That was New Jack Swing. Teddy Riley did that whole album.
I'm black, I'm white. Ain't that on there?
It is.
Teddy Riley did the entire album.
That's cool, but
that was more New Jack Swing-ish.
Jam was on there.
Yeah, Jam was.
Jam
was on there.
Jam is a New Jack Swing beat.
True. That's it though.
Remember the Time, Jam.
You consider Remember the Time a New Jack Swing beat?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And then Invincible, which, to my opinion, would be the closest thing he's ever been to R&B.
That's wow.
So,
but that's what I was saying about Drake. He don't have like a hip hop rap. Nothing.
Who does?
Nas.
It's similar to, but the way you just described Michael Jackson.
No. Go ahead. Finish your point.
Ahead. The way you just described Michael Jackson, he don't have an R&B album, which is why we call him the King of Pop. It's similar to Drake. Drake don't really have an album that falls into a hip hop category or a rap category. He don't have one.
He gonna throw one or two songs where he just straight singing.
And Nas has some of them records too.
I would say.
Nas have a record.
So does
what?
Nipsey. Real big.
You owe me. You owe me is a Nas album. Is a Nas record. I Know I Can. Is a Nas album. Is a Nas record.
He's rapping on I Know I Can, though.
Who's moving the goalposts?
He's rapping on I Know I Can, though.
You say LL Cool J is a pop rapper because Boyz II Men was on the hook, right?
At one point,
So-
LL Cool J changed, and all of his songs
He
had
didn't.
R&B artists on it.
Even
No, they
Tupac
do
do
not.
that. Tupac don't sing on none of his hooks.
It's what I said about being a rapper.
So
if
Nas-
you're a rapper, you don't
let's
sing
move-
on the hook.
Let's move Nas right into the category like everybody else.
I'm trying to understand the argument.
There's not a pop
You
singer
created
who
it.
sings his hooks.
You created it because there's a melodic hook. All of a sudden,
I'm
everybody's
saying
One of Nas' biggest
I'm
records is a melodic hook.
I
Ruled the
my
World.
thing is if rappers are not outside of Nas and Griselda and them. Rappers are not just an entire rap album just does not stick. It's not good.
I agree, but something like
So
when you name
if
it
other
LL Cool J,
artists
this
are
nigga
trying
raps.
to go in other genres, why aren't y'all saying they're pop either? Is what I'm asking.
Carter 1.
What?
There's no singing, I don't think, on Carter 1. No, I'm lying. Hoes.
Yes.
At some point, Wayne would be pop too. Now,
What's wrong with being pop?
Wayne became
Or
a
a popular rapper.
Wayne became pop and a thing. But what I'm saying,
Because I
Drake is
said-
similar to MJ. All I'm saying.
I said when it comes to hip hop, Drake is the
What
greatest of all
hip
time.
hop album do Drake have? What hip hop album do
what?
he have?
In terms of
hip hop album does Drake
Drake
have?
is a pop artist.
The closest thing he has is
Nothing was the
his
same.
first
And
album.
the first one was the closest. But that's not straight rap. It's some sing, yeah. He
But
gon-
I don't think that was ever his intention, though, to
Which
just
is
be a hip hop
cool.
artist.
Yeah.
Because and when you think about it, it's not a bad thing to be a pop
you.
artist because you're not going to gain that level of fame, the type of the type of success that he's had. You can't do that by just rapping because it doesn't cross over. Not really.
Come on, man. Jay didn't have
He-
his first
he's-
hit until
he is-
2001.
And then Jay-Z is mostly known
99.
for his business ventures. Like that's where his successes came from, not just soul. He has a cult following of people that really really love him, but he's not crossing
following is
over.
crazy.
He's not crossing over to other genres at all.
You said Drake is the greatest hip hop artist.
I said when it comes to hip hop, not rapper.
yeah, just
when it
type
comes
of
to
hip
hip hop, Drake is the greatest artist of all time.
Hip hop is the code.
I feel like that is unfair.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
I disagree.
He now if we saying the greatest rapper of all time, that's something different.
I
If we
disagree
talking about the
with that.
rapper with the greatest catalog, that is something different. But when you put them all in, when you put everything into one basket, he does it. He's the greatest at it, and he's been doing it the longest.
Hip hop is street urban culture, right? It's the voice of the streets. It comes from urban culture.
Graffiti and all that other shit. Yeah.
But all of it together, right?
Yes.
So when you say hip hop, if I say Houston, we think about sipping syrup, candy paint, 83s, 84s. So if I think about Miami, we think about dunks. If I think about Cali, we think about
Which
Chucks.
Drake comes from the
Which-
Houston culture, though.
No, Drake comes from Toronto. You can't tell me shit urban about Toronto.
His pops is from Houston.
Drake comes
and
from.
he's been in the game 10 plus years.
Probably
we don't know
live in Memphis.
nothing about
Probably
street
live in
urban
Memphis, don't
culture.
His pops is from
Memphis.
He was raised by his
Is
mom.
it Memphis?
Memphis
His dad from Memphis. He was raised by his Jewish white mother in Canada.
in Canada.
So what's Toronto's street urban culture?
what Drake adopted was a Houston sound at the time.
So he's swagger jacked.
Yes,
Yes,
He's
which
the-
most
yes,
artists do.
which is what he does.
He's the ultimate comedian. Chameleon.
So my argument to
Yes.
Ivan was, well then, why doesn't Mike get that same energy? Because he didn't come up with anything. He just did it the best.
Because we don't call Mike R&B. We call him pop.
He said he said pop. Drake is pop.
Yeah, which is what we're saying. Mike is pop.
the greatest
Nobody
entertainer.
calls Mike
He's the greatest
R&B.
entertainer.
Nobody says Mike is the best R&B act we ever had. No one says that.
Best artist ever.
That is true.
She's the best artist ever.
And Drake is the same thing. Drake is not, to me, just a hip hop artist, which is cool, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
He's pop.
He's rewarded hip hop the most.
He's what?
He's rewarded. There's not been another rapper out there that's done brought more into the game than Drake has.
He hasn't done it through rap.
Drake is a great colonizer.
He hasn't done it through rap though. If you notice, the rap doesn't do as well as the pop shit. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The rap been stopped being successful for Drake.
I mean, even looking at who he's signing, like pay attention to who he's signing.
Quoted the most. What are we talking about?
Does that make him a good rapper? Because he's quoted a lot.
Most of it comes from his raps, and he has great rap verses.
Verses, not songs, not albums. Verses, albums, and songs are three completely different things.
So does Andre 3000.
Great verses. Eminem used to give us really great verses
And albums.
Andre 3000
and
was part of a rap
albums
duo.
and songs.
Y'all not gonna keep just saying crazy shit. Andre 3000 was a part of a rap duo prior to him being weird.
And if all he had to do was show up for an hour, he
showed up
he made
every
the
time.
most of that hour. But
So
he
he's a
didn't,
pop
he
artist
didn't have
now?
to do too much. Who?
I don't know
Andre
what the fuck
3000.
Andre 3000.
No, I
3000
would
made
say
a
he's still
flute
a rapper.
album. He's not hip hop. We can't say he's hip
He
hop.
hasn't put enough out there to say he's something else.
Prototype.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
A flute
and a
album.
flute album means you're no longer hip hop.
He still has
He wore pink fur to one of them motherfucking
he still
shows.
has more rap out there than anything.
And a white
Facts.
wig.
He has more rap out there than anything.
Facts.
Yes,
at the
he went into different
at the
genres.
beginning of his career.
Nigga, he has nothing at the end.
So you could dip in.
Jesus
At-
Christ.
at
He
the end-
legit just put out
Hey
another.
y'all is a part of a double disc of a rap album. It's a platinum rap album.
10 times platinum.
No, that's Diamond at this
A
point.
diamond rap album.
There was a reason why these are two separate albums, though. I want to do something that's not specifically
Which
hip hop.
is fine,
weird.
but you are still attached to
a
a
hip-hop
rap
act.
Exactly. What are we talking
He's
about?
Drake.
And then
the
after,
same way we still calling Drake a rapper because the beginning of your career you rapped. You're not rapping anymore. You're singing.
Drake was singing
after
in his career.
after that
He does
album,
both.
what did he drop? Outside of this flute album. After that album, he dropped a bunch of rap verses
The Idlewild
and a
soundtrack.
flute album. There's no way we're not calling him hip hop. What are
And
we
he's
talking
still-
about?
And it's a verse out there.
every 7 years.
And
you
then
get a
Killer
verse.
Mike just put a verse out there, a whole song out there where he's rapping.
Thank you. What are we talking about?
So you could be a rapper but experiment with other sounds but be dismissed as a rapper because you start experimenting doing other genres of music?
That is what I'm saying. Why is that though? I can rap, but I'm great at going to different genres of music. Something that a lot of rappers cannot do. Why is that held against me?
So Lauryn Hill is a rapper?
Yes.
Some people figure that, say that.
Yes, that was great at other genres of
Would
music.
she be one of the greatest female rappers?
I call her the living Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, because she got one album.
She did.
Biggie got
but
two. We not
can't-
doing this to
We can't
Biggie,
take
man.
that away from her. And so she did in one
not.
one album with a lot of people. It takes their full careers, and they
They
still
still
don't
can't
attempt
do
to.
it.
They still don't get there.
So why everybody dismiss Biggie with his 2 albums before 25? What was when he died? 26,
I
25?
just didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just didn't. I just didn't like. I like.
Who dismissed Biggie though? They been considering him the greatest rapper of all time.
A lot of
since
people
he
argue that.
was Fucking
They say he
in the
don't
'Cause he
90s.
qualify.
died. Because he died.
Yeah, but he's been considered one of the greatest rappers
Yeah.
of all
I
time.
consider him one of the greatest with 2.
Yeah, so who dismissed him?
A lot of people
Biggie
argue.
died in '97.
97.
Majority
There
of
was no
hip
way
hop
he's in
considered,
anybody's top 5 after 20
but
something years.
majority of hip hop will argue with that.
Yeah, a lot of people argue that.
A lot of people argue that.
That's because you grew up to it. That doesn't still.
I think
hip hop is ever changing. There are new rappers every single year. There is no way somebody is great in the early '90s with all these rappers that came out. He's still in your top 5.
There's
That
not a-
is not that.
There's not a
you
nigga
call.
from-
I call bullshit.
There's not a nigga from Brooklyn. If you any nigga from Brooklyn, I don't care if he was 12. That nigga is calling Biggie
Oh, if,
one of the greatest
well, if
of
you,
all time.
If you say if you from New York, then yeah, you probably feel a different way about him, especially if they saying the greatest rappers from New York. I'm saying that if there is hundreds of new rappers out there every single day. Big died in '97. You can even throw Tupac in there because I don't put Tupac in my top 5. I always say he's bigger than hip hop, but they died in '96 and '97. That was 20-something years ago. There is no way they could still be in your fucking top 5.
Absolutely, you can be.
Yeah, they can.
And I'm sorry, but Tupac doesn't qualify for anybody's top 5.
Absolutely.
If we're talking rapper, absolutely not.
We talking just solely rapping, spitting bars.
Not even top 20. Not even top 30.
I kind of agree with that though. He raps that style of rap in different cadence. He never changed his cadence. He structured his verses the same exact way every
He's a
time.
more serious.
He's the least
He's a
versatile.
more serious Eazy.
That's crazy.
Hell, that's wild.
crazy and disrespectful.
I get.
And he threw I'm hopeless out there.
Yeah, but the music is meaningful. If you're talking about the style of rap and what's relevant, okay,
Emotion is a part of rap, but I'm talking about lyricists. When you talk about top
Bar
5
structure,
rappers,
His wordplay was real
Tupac name
abstract.
should never even be mentioned.
It's subjective.
It's
subjective.
And it also has to do with, we tie a lot of our feelings to music based on nostalgia as well. So if you grew up on that and you thought that he was the greatest at that time, you're going to hold on to that as you age. Like our top 20, top 5 is going to age out because,
absolutely.
with each generation, everybody identifies with music differently.
Yeah.
Like our kids, when they listen to what we thought was great when we were little, they're
Trash.
like, what? What is that? Turn that off.
And
We
there's very
put
few
some
artists that can
NBA
transcend
Youngboy or whatever on.
generation.
But you know one has?
Lil Wayne.
Drake.
Absolutely not. Drake. I ain't never heard my kids listen to Lil Wayne. I ain't never heard my kids listen to no Big. I ain't never heard my kids listen to no Tupac. They listen to Drake, NBA Youngboy, King Von,
But
and Rod Wave.
but when you think about it, when did Drake come out?
2009.
2000.
How old are our kids?
Yep.
That's when he was born.
So
They grew up.
they grew up with Drake. So
Yeah, that's
they
their
are
Snoop.
going to always listen to Drake. They're always going to look forward to his music because it's familiar. It's a part of their childhood.
It's the greatest of all time, man.
He is great. I don't see how anybody
I'm not
could
debating.
argue that. But
I'm not
I feel
debating
like he's bigger than just any specific genre, and I think that's a great accomplishment.
Absolutely.
So
Facts.
Pop.
That's all I'm saying.
Sounds like pop. How you sum that up?
right, where the money
You know
is.
what I
Nice
think,
little bow.
Ivan? I think you came in here with a chip on your shoulder because your favorite artist is the most confused at this point.
Who? He's the GOAT.
Tank.
Who?
Who?
Oh, Tank.
Tank is confused as fuck right now. He don't know what he want to do. He don't know if he want to skate, shoot, or pick up the hookah.
I feel like I've been kind of
50
like
though.
he been kind of distancing himself from Tank a little bit.
No, I mean I fuck with him. The song like somebody
Stand by your goat.
somebody sent me the song when he was going live and I listened to it. I'm like I don't agree with this.
Stand by your goat.
I feel like you've been kind of like
No,
pulling away a little bit.
no. I mean if the music is good, it's good. Like the tank that endured me to Tank was more heartfelt music. It was more it had more meaning behind it. Like fucking is cool. I'm cool. I love fucking.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with the fucking music, but like that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not the when I think of Tank when I'm like
that heard
this is why this is my favorite artist. It's not the fucking music.
Yeah.
The fucking music is great, no doubt.
Yeah.
But that's not you know what I'm saying? That's not what endured me to. That's because it's niggas that make fucking
He
music.
said endure. You know you heard that.
That's
I
not
feel like
endearing.
I
That's
feel
what
like
I mean.
he's in a musical slump right now because he did have like
Is it a slump or is he trying to? He's trying to turn his music into something that the kids will listen to.
I don't think that's
I think so.
There's no way you trying to endear yourself to the kids with Fabulous on the fucking verse.
Why not?
What kid listen to Fabulous?
Who listens
At
to
some
Fabulous
point,
at all?
No, we can't. No. We don't do that. If you want some smooth shit with a rapper hook, with a rapper verse, everyone goes to Fabulous. We can't do
Why
that.
not go get Drake? We just got to arguing about Drake.
He
Afford
probably
Drake.
can't afford him.
That's a,
He don't got no Drake money.
Hey, they ain't new
He's
enough.
had Drake
What are we
before.
talking
We
about?
had
He had Drake
What
before.
the fuck does that mean? That don't mean
Like
he
when
can
he first
afford it
came
now.
out?
A lot of these artists say all
That
the time,
was
like they're
in
not really.
2010.
A lot of these artists say all the time, they're not really charging other artists though.
Unless
like
Drake
artists
wanna
that
get
they
on your-
fuck with, they're not really
Unless
charging.
Drake
with
want to
them.
get on your shit.
And
I
Drake
think-
said it before. He's never really charged the artist.
Drake gonna hop on
Unless
that shit.
unless Drake want to hop on your shit, I genuinely feel like you paying for them verses. Just like Jay said.
Drake's not charging
Jay said
for
I ain't never charged for a verse, but it was my choosing.
I don't think Drake.
Drake not passing up Tank.
I don't think Drake is.
I don't think Drake is saying no to Tank. I don't think Drake is saying no to Tank.
Even without Drake,
he paid
They have
homage to him with
2
the whole
or
sex,
3
love, and pain
songs.
thing. But
What's
he's
in it
not
for Drake
He's not
to
the
fuck
sex,
with
love, and
Tank?
pain.
That's what are we talking about?
even
He's
Tank,
not passing up a Tank song.
I don't think he's passing up Tank.
I don't think so.
You're a melodic rapper. This is an R&B singer. This fits what you already are doing. For one, for
I
two,
mean, there's more out there.
for two, I'm saying
He said Drake not passing up a Tank.
I don't think Drake is passing up
I don't
Tank.
think he is.
I don't think so.
I don't think he is either. But if I'm trying to appeal to kids, if I'm trying to appeal to a younger audience, Fabulous is not who I fucking call. That's not the name in my Rolodex.
Do they not have? They got what? 3 songs? 2 or 3?
Who am I,
Yo,
Fabulous?
but where was Drake at?
Drake and Tank.
Drake wasn't on the level he was on when they started working. When they was working together way back then.
No, he was pretty big.
Okay.
Was he?
Best I ever. He came out the box with best I ever had. Like we not.
Yeah, and
That's
the
not
feature
the
was
Drake
like
of
directly
today.
afterwards.
That's not the Drake of today. That's not the Drake of 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Drake not
That
passing
is
up a Tank.
crazy. I don't think
Drake,
so.
funniest shit I've heard
Drake
in a
on a
long time.
mixtape had Kanye wanted to direct the video. Like, what are we?
Because he was bubbling. He was up and coming then. Niggas will fuck with you, you up and coming, but Drake is like real established now. Tank is somewhere
Bro, that
under
is
the decline.
crazy.
Why would
What
he
y'all saying
somewhat?
right now is crazy.
On the decline?
I'm trying to give him grace, man. Try to give him grace.
Shit, Tank finna be on the car with the whispers in a minute.
I thought he retired. I was hoping like, all right.
opened up for
I
Ron
know he said
Isley.
he was going deaf and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
He's
I
went to a
still
concert.
making
Artists got to
music.
stop doing that.
The only thing I'm looking forward to from him at this point is the TGT2 album.
It seemed like the only one that was really serious was Button.
About retiring?
Yeah.
As he should.
Well, yeah, that's
Can't do
different.
that. So we not gonna do that. We not
No,
gonna
come
do
on
that.
now.
We not gonna do that.
Wasn't nobody looking
he
forward
was
to
never
nothing
going to
Button was
survive
doing.
after.
When you talk
Slaughterhouse
about
is it.
emotional rap, nothing came close to it. But we can't. We're not.
Yeah, because you listen to
he-
because you listen to Joe.
But
Because you
people
listen to
were-
Joe. 80% of hip hop is not listening going for it.
When you talk about
he said he was
when you talk about
retiring.
mainstream rap, no. But when you talk about mood musics and that's come on, man.
I listen
gonna do
I listen to Joe too, so I'm with you. But Joe saying he retiring went on 80% of hip hop ears deaf. No one heard it.
I thought the
Nobody
nigga been
heard it.
retired when
That's
he
not
said he was retired.
When you wanna, when
Nobody
you,
heard
when,
it.
When you was arguing with your chick, you hated your chick, you hated your kids, you was going through whatever you was going through, and you didn't want to listen to R&B, you put on Joe Budden. This is a fact.
I probably put on Fabulous.
I feel like people only
What?
listen to
What the
him.
fuck you want to listen? What is it? Yo,
To hear the
Holla Back
mess.
Girl? What was you listening to, Fab?
All majority of Fab early music is to the women.
Freddie killing them?
He has hits.
I'm talking about from an emotion, from a man standpoint, from an emotional standpoint. If I was going through it with my woman, or I was going through anything in life, from an emotional standpoint, I'm putting on Joe.
You
Yeah, you need to leave that.
He legit started it.
Started what?
You is the only people that did that.
I might have to
Emo
agree with
rap.
that one.
Give me a song.
Eminem? No.
I don't listen to emo rap.
Eminem.
Going through my
Eminem was putting his baby mama in the trunk and all that kind
Yeah,
of
but
stuff.
that was more like
What?
rap. What's that shit? Rap core? Is it rap horror? Some shit like Brother Lynch was doing. What's the category they put them?
Horrorcore?
Horrorcore, some shit like that. That was more Eminem. He wasn't really.
Nah, because he was a battle rapper prior to that
Bro,
album.
nobody was going to Joe Budden. Nobody
Nobody's
listens to Joe Budden.
I'm entertained.
Nobody
because of
knows a
recording.
Budden song.
I barely give it to
We're
Slaughterhouse.
not going.
I listen to
Nah,
emo
it's
rap
not-
and I don't know any Budden songs.
Exactly.
Pump It Up.
Unless you really like, but I fuck with Budden. I tell you all the time. I feel like Budden got one of the best mixtape series. That Mood Music is probably one of the best mixtape series.
Where do you put it on it?
I put it on anytime because I fuck with Budden. But we
You just contradicted yourself.
no, but we are
contradicted
no, we're just a
yourself in 30 seconds.
we just a part of the small percentage. The majority ain't fucking with Budden. The majority don't know the nigga rap. They only thought he was a podcaster.
That's real
Which
shit.
is crazy. You have to be kind of very young to only think he was a podcaster.
Pump It Up was a
They are
long
very
time ago.
young.
No, I mean everybody.
You know we be
Him,
up in the club.
him blowing up, the way the podcast blew up, put him on. Everybody knew he was podcasting at that time because he
Was a loving hip hop nigga.
no, he was podcasting, and then he got into a beef with Drake. All that shit that started while he was podcasting.
And the argument when that first happened was, why is a podcaster even like they was really on that? Like this
But
nigga's a
them
podcaster.
disses was Them disses was pretty fucking good. Drake
did him.
rumored them. I
Like
mean,
T.I. did a little flip.
no, Drake didn't respond. He ignored them.
Because you're not a rapper. You're a podcaster.
But they were good. They were good.
You're a podcaster.
They were good.
You're a podcaster.
Because we're part of the small percentage that listens to him.
Why listen to Joe Budden as the musician? That's not
Nobody.
you. That's not what you are.
Outside of the small percentage.
You're a love hip hop nigga who is a podcaster now.
Okay. You know, Love and Hip Hop came after he started podcasting, right?
Did it?
Did it?
Yes.
Were people listening to the podcast at that point?
Before Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah, because that was after Drake.
Love
That
and
was, all
Hip
this shit. All this
No,
came.
that was not.
All this came after he was beefing with Drake.
The love and hip hop shit? Mm-hmm. No.
He was with the Sin Santana girl. All of this happened after. He's been podcasting for like 9 years. His son can only be about 4 or 5.
Love and Hip Hop came out 2011. Love and Hip Hop New York is 2011. That's the first Love and Hip Hop, and that's the one that he's on.
Okay, he's been podcasting for 9 years.
2011,
In
which
January-
means that was 13 years ago.
In January 2013, Budden joined the cast of VH1's Love and Hip Hop.
2013?
2011. Okay,
Yes.
so that's 10 years ago.
So
11 years ago.
So he was a love and hip hop nigga before he was podcasting. Damn, Ivan, you was right. I know.
Oh yeah, because Atlanta was 2011, so New York was 2013.
Was he on the first season, the first one?
He was on the first season of New York.
Was he?
Yeah.
Check
Atlanta
the file.
Atlanta was 2011.
I
New
thought,
York.
I thought all this was after.
No. it was
Let's check
before.
these files.
Check him.
Check them Googles.
Check them. Checking.
Love and Hip Hop season 1.
That's crazy.
No, that's 2011. And no, he joined in 2013. So season 3.
Season.
Joe fucking Bud. We was really talking about Joe Bud.
know,
music.
huh? That's
That is
crazy.
Wow.
How did we get here?
I'm trying to think.
I don't see the cast part of it.
Because
Where-
they came
where do I see cast?
they came to argue today.
Oh no, he didn't.
Y'all did.
You said that's. You said
I'm trying to
that-
think
you
of
said that
other
crazy.
emotional rappers.
I feel like Joe Budden he's been known for being messy. Because a lot of people only listen
Yeah,
to
he's season 3.
that mood music because
man.
of
So what are we
his
talking
breakups.
about?
That's 2013 though.
The pod started. Okay, you might be right. You might be right.
Damn, Ivan, you was right. I know, nigga.
It's okay. Being right is overrated. So
Maybe Love and Hip Hop is why he became a podcaster.
you see the did y'all see the old boy, man? I think we got our first case of like on some Jeffrey Dahmer shit, man. So I was talking to
yeah,
wifey.
yeah.
You know, I listen to Joe Rogan here and
Oh,
there, depending
yeah.
on who's on it.
Yeah.
So he had a dude did like 15, 20 years in prison, I think. He came out as a social justice advocate,
Yeah.
what you want to call it, for, you know, prison reform and all that shit. This had to be probably about 2 months ago. He was on Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Black dude. I got to put that out there.
Yeah.
And so a couple days ago, the police arrested him for killing somebody, chopping his body up. They found
A head in the freezer.
the head and the torso in the freezer.
Oh shit.
And then they releasing camera footage, and he kept coming out with bags, in different disguises.
Okay.
The blonde wig was crazy. What are you doing?
20 years in prison, boy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. that's
What
some
kind
wild
of
shit?
What kind of freezer you got to fit a whole torso in that bitch though? That's a good ass freezer.
Deep freezer.
Yeah, gotta be.
What was his reasoning? Has he said something? Or he
I don't know, because if it's my torso, that motherfucker freak.
No, a tenant just said that he heard like, "No, don't shoot me. I got a family," and then heard gunshots. That's all.
You ain't got no silencer? What kind of nigga is you?
Spur of the
A
moment.
nigga that did 15 years in prison. Niggas ain't going out and just buying silence.
Touche.
And then yesterday, man,
Probably
outside
looking
of
for a potato.
yesterday, man, outside of he's fucking stupid, bro. Yesterday, outside of Corey Holcomb, man, I've been listening to Corey Holcomb. That was my introduction to podcasts. I've been listening to him since 2000.
14, 15?
He been on
somewhere
that
around
long?
there. Yeah, when you know what the crazy part is, SO, man, is because I've been listening to podcasts so long. I think Bill Simmons started in like 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
When you be seeing these like podcasters or anybody getting like real bags, It's because they've been doing it for a minute, a long time. Most of the podcasts are in their 10th, 11th year at this point, which is extremely rare to get there.
Right.
But I've been listening to Corey Holcomb since probably about 2014, 15, right? And so I was introduced to Craig Smith from that. You know, y'all know him from like All Def Digital, All Def Digital and Roast Me and all that shit, right? He's a crazy roaster.
He supposed to be coming out here to do a show.
And man, I watched. You know, I've been watching them for years now. It started during the pandemic, so this got to be what 2020.
Yeah.
And I watched it just fall apart yesterday, man. That shit was heartbreaking, man.
Corey Holcomb?
No, Craig. It's called Craig Facts. So, you know, just one of them things where, you know, he's the A Mike. He's the breadwinner. Everybody else want that same love and respect, if you want to call it. And it just doesn't work like everybody can't be the chief.
Everybody want to be top notch.
Right. And so, you know, everybody start coming at him, you know, especially, you know, money issues. So now he's putting shit out there, and they all on YouTube doing like interviews together, and then everybody else, they side videos, and you just see it like break down digitally. It's like, and they get to a point to when motherfuckers just start saying some disrespectful shit that you just can't really come back from. So as a consumer, a real consumer of his show, man, that was like heartbreaking to watch.
Who else is on there with him?
Nobody y'all probably know. He does do shows with like Big Jaw here and there. Y'all know him.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, I don't know if y'all.
It's the one older dude. I can't think of his name because I watched like 2 of the shows. It's an older dude from LA too that be on there.
I think they're all from like that area.
They're all from LA.
But yeah, man, it was just bad to watch it and see it digitally. It was just heartbreaking, man.
Damn.
But that's why I think that it's so important to like file your grievances when you're feeling it, instead of just like tucking away and be like, oh, you know, that's just how that nigga is, and just trying to push past it, because at some point you're gonna come to a boiling point.
Yeah.
Like even with our show, like y'all done had points where you guys done argued it out and then
like,
good to go.
Exhausted. I love you, nigga. It's just when you start putting the underlying conversations, and when you start putting other people in it, that's when it's just you can't, you know.
Yes,
can't come back from.
That's when it starts getting nasty. Like when you have people that are both feeling the same way or whatever, and then they're having side conversations, and then, you know, you make the other person a villain, and it gets nasty.
I just wanted to get mine out the way, man. Other than that, man, the season is upon us, and it's already taking me down.
Oh, allergy season?
Man.
Boy.
I think I probably slept for like 2 days, man.
Jeez.
Shit taking me out, man. I woke up this morning, I thought I had a fucking cold. So I told wifey, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, man. I'm fucked up. So I popped a pill and feeling a little better, but I'm still a little woozy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So Ivan, what's been going on, man?
Not shit, man. Chilling. Just started spring break, so I'm feeling lovely. It started off really good. You know, just kicking ass and taking names. I'm not gonna say what names, but you know,
Kicking ass, taking names.
I mean, I gotta say it too for you. So outside of probably like Tory Lanez, you have the ugliest jump shot I've ever seen. I seen it this morning. My God, I ain't even like it because that shit was ugly. I wanted you to know.
It was wet though.
I didn't like you because she was ugly. I wanted you to know.
I was low key like, I wish this was like Instagram where you can see when somebody's seen it, because I want you to see it. But I'm not gonna like it because that shit is ugly.
It was wet though, wasn't it?
Every dog
like Dennis Rodman.
It was wet.
Every
though.
dog has its day. I said, God, he got every finger on the ball.
It was wet though.
You shoot with all 10 fingers.
No, I don't. Hold up.
That is not.
That is.
Yours is more like.
Hey, how many total shots you took filming that you edited out the miss?
The only one I took a bunch of shots on was the one where I was turning around. Like shooting and then trying to hurry up and turn your body.
Yeah.
And I watched that shit is not. I don't know how Steph Curry do that shit, but that was it.
Now
nigga.
the more you put out there, the more we starting to understand why you got most motivational.
What? I got a Jimmy, and I have a varsity basketball letter.
Okay.
Talking shit.
Silence. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Wait.
I got a varsity.
You got a
basketball
varsity
letter.
basketball
It's just-
letter.
Nigga, I'll
you-
take a picture of it.
Because you played
just a
varsity
rag.
Yes.
in the 12th grade when you should have been on varsity.
What does that mean?
I'm in the yearbook, nigga.
He said it like he got one early.
Nigga, I'm on the team picture, nigga, and I'm most motivational about this motherfucker.
Yeah.
For the team picture.
I got it.
Holding the water.
I got a varsity letter for not playing. That's like the nigga that never got in the game, man.
I've been
I got a
there.
ring.
Yeah.
His participation letter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Going up on a Tuesday Platinum, ain't it? I got a plaque on the wall, don't I?
Yup.
Oh, well, there you go. Shit. Niggas put out music every day with no platinum plaques at the crib. Fuckers we talking about around here.
Anybody pass you the ball for the
Hey, when that ASCAP check come every 3 months, and hey.
He got a letter.
Did
I get it.
anybody pass you the ball for the jumper?
Yeah,
Do you have any curve shots?
No. No.
So what are you talking about?
That's all right. Listen. at the
Set
end of
this
the day,
screen. Ivan, set this screen. set this screen.
I was
and
in
move.
that motherfucker.
box out.
I was in that motherfucker.
Roll to the sidelines.
I was in that motherfucker. So hey, it's all right. Basketball practice. Hey, listen, basketball
Don't
practice.
worry, Ivan. We got this.
Basketball
4 and 5,
hey,
Ivan.
listen.
4 and 5.
Listen, basketball practice lasted longer than that hour on the yard, nigga. When I was playing basketball, there wasn't no security guards with AK-47s. Like, hey, foul too hard, nigga. You about to go to the hole. You know what I'm saying? I can say that. You know what I'm saying? I can foul a nigga and not worry about a nigga shaking me later. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I can say that, Skinny. You know what I'm talking about?
Because you was running up the court with the ref. Ref, you didn't see that nigga foul my team.
Oh, shit. Running up the court or walking up the court?
Oh, my listen, my
Ref, that's a travel, ref.
that's all right. My jersey number was 31, not inmate. DK692. DK692. Foul, 2 shots.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Well, y'all niggas idiots, man.
So you say you been eating ass and taking names. What else?
No, I was kicking ass and taking names. I ain't gonna say what names, because they might be.
Oh, you was out there on the court?
No. Nah.
This nigga here.
S.O. Oh.
Huh? What'd you say?
This nigga beat me in Madden.
The homie was real silent.
Got me one game in Madden, man. Nah, this nigga. Same with this damn varsity letter
I
shit.
beat the
Nah,
brakes off your ass, though.
Man, this nigga was cheating. He kept lagging and shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Why be so
The
lost
sorry
playing
nigga
Madden,
always say this nigga was cheating with his sports game.
Brakes
First
off
time this nigga ever played me, he won one game. He didn't even want to do a rematch. Nah, I'm done. I'm in
He's
for the
taking
night.
all that.
That
pinto
sounds
juice.
like I.
Yeah.
I beat this nigga by 30. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed.
He's taking all that pent out frustration out on you, man.
I'm about 30.
This
This
is 15 years
is
of-
my first time playing online. I
15 years of frustration.
Ivan is definitely the nigga at the dice game that you want to shoot because he's the one that
If
he's
I hit the
walking
dice
away
game,
when he in.
You fucking right. I'm going home with this $100.
Yeah.
No, you not.
Ain't no, yeah.
Yes, I
He said I gotta
am.
pay it till I'm broke. I'm up, I'm out. I get that on the
Does it
dice game.
still? I haven't played online in a very, very like played against somebody online in very long. Does it still be like lagging a little bit?
Nah, I want no lag.
I
really.
should smooth.
Like you,
It was smooth.
when I want to say this was back in like 8, 9 when I was really playing online. Like playing online versus playing not on the internet was like two that you had to learn how to play both
It's
ways.
2 completely different ways. I play 2K online, but like mostly in the park. I don't play Madden online at all. So this is my first time playing online.
Dang, he beat you out 30.
30
Man,
piece.
it took
Get
this
him
nigga
out
forever
of
to score. It was 7-7 for. Oh, hold on, time out. Nigga, that was the second game you won. You quit the first game.
No, that's not what happened.
You quit the first game. I forgot all about that. So you won and
Sean,
won.
tell
You
the
bragging on the
truth.
tie.
No.
Sean, tell the truth.
Sean, tell the truth.
Ivan, you
not
quit
what-
the first game,
that's
bro.
not what happened.
I got the pictures.
I got the
I knew you was
pictures.
gonna quit.
What happened, Sean?
I was up and it just said your connection.
You was
has been
up.
Lost.
You was up.
That was
the
up.
score. The score was
I
0-0.
got pictures. I knew you
The
was gonna
score
do
was
this.
0-0.
It was what quarter you quit? Third quarter?
I didn't quit. I tried to switch controllers and it kicked me out of the game.
What is that?
So then we started the second game and I beat you by 30. It was 0-0. Literally was the score. Nobody had scored and we was in the third quarter.
He was probably about to score. He was in
I had
field
the
goal.
ball.
Is that what it was? He was about to score?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to go with that.
Talk to him, Skinny. This nigga that called me Sean.
Multiple times.
How's your journey been doing?
It's a process trying to figure out this the situation with my son. It's a process. I think the thing that's working so far in my favor is I have a lot of connections, like knowing people who actually play basketball or. So that part of it is working. So like just like trying to figure out how to do it has been rough. The fact that so many people are saying like it's tournament time. So like now is not the time to reach out to coaches because everybody either trying to go to the tournament or they trying to figure out their situation. So like for me to just sit back and not do anything is frustrating for me.
Yeah.
So it's a process. It's coming along. Like you have enough conversations with people. Like I know there's at least one coach that through a connection I have is asking about them.
Okay.
But like we don't have access to the film.
Yeah.
So it's a process, like trying to figure this part of it out. Like, it's not fun, but that's part of the journey.
Weight loss journey.
I think this week I had some work stuff, so I couldn't go to the gym. Cause like I'll go to the gym on my lunch break. I did this week. I was eating like apples and sugar-free peanut butter though. So hopefully that worked out in my favor because that was not fun either.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So we'll see.
Skinny?
Well, y'all know I had the craziest week ever.
Yeah.
Outside of that, man, everything been smooth. Outside of the bullshit, everything been smooth. Just figuring out like where to go with my nephew situation.
Yeah.
Like I hate courts. I fucking hate courts, and I know I got to go through this back and forth to the court. This court roller coaster. I tell anybody that is the worst part of anything when it comes to like crime that involves your family. It's going to court because you're gonna see the ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? And boy, I am not ready for it. But outside of that, man, I've been chilling for the most part. I've been in the house, trying to do as much content as possible, like making sure I keep my mind off everything. So I've been doing hella different content.
Yeah.
Working on different things. This moving journey has been kicking my ass. Keep giving these people my damn money, and then they keep denying me last minute.
That's crazy too, because they charge so much for like applications.
Oh my God,
Like
it's like
$250.
$250 every time. So I didn't get their ass like a grand for show. I gave their ass just like a stack for show.
For them to keep saying no?
Bro, and then I explained to them my situation. I am an ex-felon. They were like, oh, okay, as long as you 7 years removed, you good. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I know my felony was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm good, straight. And then, oh no, you used to sell drugs, so we can't accept you.
Have you thought about selling your record?
Yeah, but I'm like, but that's still pissing me off.
Yeah.
It's pissing me off because so the last apartments that I applied for, when I'm reading all the shit, it basically said I could have robbed somebody 3 years ago. I could have had a domestic case 5 years ago. I could have committed fucking attempted murder 7 years ago.
That's no issue.
I could have did everything outside of I'm not into rape shit, so that's not on me anyway. Outside of sex case and drugs.
Yep.
So I could do everything violently
And be good.
and be good.
That's crazy.
It's a flawed system.
Yeah, so that's why it's been that's more of the frustration.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you're going back on the court shit, man, that apartment shit sucks, man. I'm sad you going through that.
Bruh.
Court shit is like to watch, you know what I mean? Like people take your pain and turn it into like a business, like business matters.
Oh my God.
That shit is yeah, man.
Yeah.
I remember when you hit me, you said y'all was finna go through some like the court situation. I was like, bruh, I'm letting you know it's gonna be a fucking
Yeah.
It's the worst. And I know that because I've seen it so many times. You know what I'm saying? I've seen so many people go to the court and then it don't matter what side it's on, like you going for the victim.
Yeah.
And they make it like the victim is the one that committed the fucking crime.
Yeah. Listening to the attorneys is like it's gut wrenching. Like,
Man.
it's
And then them
so-
coming and being like, well, okay, well, we're gonna offer this deal. Like, What the fuck you mean you're gonna offer a deal?
Off the bat. Like you're not even gonna try.
Bruh.
And then want to compare and contrast other crimes. It's like, are you serious right now?
I'm trying to keep your conviction rate up.
But that's not even the nasty part, though. The nasty part to me is like I know it's a bit, you know what I mean? Like I know it's a business. This is a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like I don't want my prosecutor or I don't want my lawyer coming in fraternizing with the defense.
That's how it
You know
goes.
what I'm saying? They be knowing they be knowing each other.
That's how it
and
goes.
Half of them
Outside
in
of
the same
work,
office a
yeah,
lot of
outside
times.
A lot of them, come out of the same office.
Fuck, nigga, I'm over here hurting.
This is Tuesday for me though. Like that's the problem.
This is Tuesday for me.
This is Tuesday for me.
Yeah.
Your world has been flipped upside down. This is Tuesday for me.
Yeah.
I didn't cry when I read your case. I said, okay, well, all right.
At least this didn't
Go
happen
grab a
to him.
donut and
Yeah.
pee real
But
quick,
I
and now
think-
be back to finish reading your case file.
I think the issue is like when you dealing with a family, like especially people that don't understand how the court system works, that also can tear a family apart in a way. You know what I mean? Especially when you have some people that's involved, you got some people that's not involved. Then the people that's not involved don't know what the fuck is going on. Then upset when they hear some shit
Yeah.
it's a lot going on, and to these folks, it's just kind of like,
Bruh.
This is what
is
you got,
business.
and that's it.
But if I come in, right? If I come into the courtroom and a motherfucker is getting about to get sentenced, like this is serious to me.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is the defense and the prosecution like, hey buddy, hi,
Because we cool for real life.
fuck that shit. I don't give. Nigga, you niggas better act like y'all beefing in here right now.
No, for real.
We cool for
The
real life.
fuck do you mean?
Have you seen A Few Good Men?
I don't know. If I did, it was a long time ago.
Because to me, that seems to be the how it actually works. Like, them niggas is we baseball partners. We talking about, I see you on the field later.
We swap them out. You heard?
But why, you know what I'm saying, while we playing baseball, hey, you got that case coming up. So we've already worked out the particulars before we get to the courtroom.
while we at the golf course, while we
Yeah.
on the green, let's talk. And that's what. So that's what I've been talking to my sister. Like that's what I talked to my sister about yesterday. Because she's like, bro, okay, we gotta do this. We need to see if we can get this person to, write a statement and stuff like that. And I'm like, sis, I love you, and I know you haven't had a breaking moment, but that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like Nante just said, like, when you don't know the court system, like my sister don't know the court system.
She hasn't had to experience
She have
it.
never had to experience it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this type of case, we talking murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can be 2, 3, 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as you feel like the wound is closing a little bit, that shit come right back.
Because
Open that money and open it up even more.
Because his birthday gonna keep coming up, and you gotta keep going to court, and it's gonna be, damn, he would have been 17. Damn, he would have been 18. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, this is gonna be this is gonna drag you out, and it's your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's that part. It's me thinking of that. Like, fuck the court.
Break it
I can
down.
deal with everything else.
Yeah.
I'm good with everything else. The funeral will come, the funeral will be over with, and I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, them days go. But the fucking court?
Then you gotta hear a motherfucker try to break his character down. Like, nigga, you ain't even know him, bro. I look at the same. I look at that the same way I look at like preachers during funerals. Like I wholeheartedly feel like you shouldn't be giving a sermon about somebody you don't know.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? But in that case, to see a lawyer break your family member's character down that they didn't even like
To
know,
nothing.
That's my job. That's my job.
man.
And it's ugly, but you need. That's why it's like it's a bunch of sharks. That's why they call shark. Like you need a shark to deal with a shark.
It's fucked up, man.
It sucks, but that's
And I was familiar with the court system, not in that way, but I was still like a little. It was familiarity there, when it came to what we had going on. But when it's over, like I start to understand why people start putting justice in their hands. You really start to understand, like,
Street justice.
this shit
Fucking
is
right.
just
Yeah.
this shit. It's a fucking man. It's a game, bro.
So
It's
when they
all
offer,
a fucking game.
So when they offer the defendant a deal, the victim's family don't have no say so.
No.
Not really.
It's more so I'm letting you know.
I'm letting you
This
know
is
he
what
finna
we're
take this
doing.
deal. I'm letting you know this is what's finna happen.
Yeah.
So she can't. Your sister can't be like, nah, fuck that. Don't give him no deal.
No.
No, once he say he want to take it, he taking it. Like this is why Nino Brown got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
nigga,
Shit.
like ain't no way. Like yeah, so you don't have that. You don't have the fight. Even the victims, even if you're a living victim, you don't have that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's up to the court. The court say, okay, look, it was a murder case, but we're gonna give him life. But life is just basically you have to do 25 to 20 years straight. You know what I'm saying? And then you got action at coming home. So even shit like that, like it's just like we're gonna give him life, or we're gonna give him this, or this is the deal. Or you might get a motherfucker to say, well, the victim is not here, and the victim they plant the victim as being a bad guy. So now the victim is also, you know what I'm saying? So now
On trial too.
now we're going to give him 10 to life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then he say, okay, yeah, I take that. We kind of just got to sit in court while the judge say 10 to life. Yeah. So it's, you know, like for my situation, I can make some calls. I can send some, but
That's why I ain't saying nothing.
but you
The
can't
motherfucker got to
because-
get there.
And then, but then there's still politics involved. We talking about a white man. Once he go in there and get with the whites, I have no control. There's nothing I can do, unless unless it's gonna be a riot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of politics involved now. So it's just so much that goes on in that system too. Like your hands are still tied unless you saying, I'm finna commit a murder and go in there with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you have no options to do nothing, and then even still, even if I go in, like okay, and I'm finna, as soon as I see him, I'm gonna stick him. I still gotta deal back with my people because I just started a riot on the yard. So now, chances are I'm getting stuck after this.
That's why I excuse my French. The punks are easier to deal with. The problem with the punks is it feels like the system takes it a bit easier on them.
Facts.
You got to fucking when it comes to like real punks and shit, you got to damn near rape and kill a motherfucker to get them in prison.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It feels like the system takes it real easy on those type of situations.
You get so
Really easy.
You get so much. It's so much politics into it. Like it's even like I say, even when you talking street justice, that's why niggas just be like, me personally, you know what I'm saying? Like, free him. You know what I'm saying? Like, them be your thoughts. Like,
Yeah.
free this man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much involved. And then, like, I made a post the other day that was like, do you take the great advice that you put on your feet? You know, like the advice that you give other people when the shoe's on your foot, do you take it? And you don't.
No, you don't, because you always have all the answers, but you don't want to apply them.
Fucking don't, bro. And that's been my thought process
Yeah.
this whole time is because we know Vegas, right? Like this, a young kid passing in Vegas is not new here. You know what I'm saying? And then you always like, man, revenge is not it. That's not you. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a battle with yourself. Like, do you take it there? Do you just listen to what you told other people? Like, what do you do when when your sister's in your face, like, bro, like this is your expertise. Like, no, sis.
Yeah.
No. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
Because
so,
in the end, it ends up helping them more than it helps. You know, you get that little couple seconds of we got that nigga.
Retaliation.
And then at the end of the day, you still gotta go inside of a courtroom. And that's when
that's
it's
what
like
makes
your heart broken all over again.
that's what makes it hard in any situation. Like, not just this type of situation, but any situation where you feel like you are better than the jury. You know what I'm saying?
More qualified.
Yeah, like
Like you should be judging.
I'm gonna do the justice,
Yeah.
or I know someone that'll do the justice, or whatever the situation may be. Because I've seen this time and time again of me having a conversation with fathers, moms. You know what I'm saying? It's all different situations. It may be a murder case. It may be a robbery case. You know what I'm saying? It could be any type of case where you like,
I can handle this better than a court.
yeah. And then you hear the people say that, and you hear the people go at that, and then it's on the same note is, nah, because you don't want to do that, because you don't want to go through this. Like, you think of all the scenarios, and it's like, damn. So I think that's been like a crazy thought process has been going. Like personally, I've took this great. You know what I'm saying? To me, like I personally took it great because I actually kept looking at it from all sides. Like if this is the case, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Although this is my nephew, if this is the case, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
So so personally, I've been taking it great. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my sister haven't been having no crazy moments where I feel crazy for her. You know, like it might be like a 15, 20-minute hug. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like something simple like that. So it haven't been nothing crazy, but it's just been the thought process of just turning my phone off sometimes. Just not paying attention to this motherfucker. Putting it on Do Not Disturb and doing content because I didn't know how many people my nephew knew. And Vegas is so small that it's always somebody that you know.
Yeah.
Yep. This is why I am very careful on the word beefing. And, you know, as long as it doesn't get to a point to where I feel threatened, I can probably handle anything. Because you don't know who is related to who. You know what I'm saying? And another part of it is, this is why I respect the street life. I say all the time on here when we talk about animals and shit, like I respect nature, right?
No, for real.
But I carry street life in the same regard because what's done on the street is usually handled on the street. There is no, this ain't no blue collar crime. If you know, I don't too often, unless I like know them, I'm related to them. It's not too often that I feel sorry. Like, no, that's probably a bad word. But if that's the life you choose, and something ends up happening, I have to respect it.
Yeah.
These situations, that's why I really don't like, you know, when street situations turn into some court shit. I don't really, that's when the games are being played. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, I hate that you're going through this, man.
Nah,
I really hate it. And this is, you know, I don't forget lessons. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And when shit like this starts seeping into the internet and everybody got opinions on your situation, that shit is heartbreaking. And that's why I always be like, hey, man, at any given time, it could be your time.
It's a dude on TikTok that play reporter at the scene. Like play reporter at the scene, right? And it's fucking comments in the TikTok that, boy, let me tell you. Yeah. Listen.
Why did you go there? Why did you go there? Because I know you know the internet well enough to know.
That's your family member, man. It's hard to say.
It's hard not to
It's
look.
really hard not to
And
look
it's
when it's your
hard not
family
to
member.
look.
Because it's like, I can touch you.
Yeah.
I want to see you. Like I want to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not even necessarily like I want to do nothing bad to you, but I want to see you so you can see me to understand like what you doing is foul, bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's foul. And with him, he's on the scene and it's like you said, it's the comments. Right? I was cool with the people hiding comments. Like, I don't know you. You just made this page to talk crazy shit. I'm cool. I'm perfectly fine with
People
that.
you know.
When I can see you and I know that you have a regular life in Las Vegas and you are a normal person, it's like, you bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, hide. Please hide from me. Please hide from me. So, and then it was, so my sister was born here, but she was raised in California.
Okay.
So a lot of her family is from California.
Okay.
So let me turn my phone off for a minute, because a lot of them are calling me because eventually what's going on in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So they're seeing the TikToks. They're seeing the Instagram posts. They're seeing the, like his cousins that's closer to his age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's not calming me down. I'm good. It's calming them down.
Yeah.
Because now they want to come to Vegas and
Do some shit.
Turn up, yeah.
wreck some shit because they're in his age group. That's their cousin. He's the little cousin, and they're seeing this shit, and it's like, y'all gotta relax because it's gonna turn into more, and then you're going to hurt. My sister want to go through the case. You're going to hurt this case.
At the end of the day, she's gonna be that one sitting in that courtroom, and her heart is gonna be broken.
Exactly. So that's what made me go, and it's like, God damn, like the shit. Like, and like I said, I was cool with the kids doing what they was doing. It was the 35 and plus.
Really? Jumping into this shit?
In the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that. Like I
You gotta
said,
stay away from those, man. Like
you have
it
to,
be
but it's
situations-
hard.
No, I'm saying it'd be situations like those, and then be other people's situations where you see, and it's like, what this got to do with you, man? You know what I mean? It start you really start looking at it like,
Even when you see the news
Insane.
articles.
Oh,
You know
you
what I'm saying?
definitely don't go on there. Definitely don't go in them comments.
but
at
it's
all.
hard. It's really
It's
hard.
hard.
as a
Yeah.
family member.
But I don't think that people really realize how tough it is to be online. Like it is good. I'm glad that you took the moment to like shut it off because even when people don't mean any harm, like
Still doing harm.
when they continuously post pictures of your loved ones that just passed away and they're just trying to pay homage or like say their feelings towards your loved one, but it's like damn, now as soon as I get on here, I see my dead mom again. Like you posting her over and over again.
That's
so
where it hurts.
it's like although you think that it's small, you're trying to show love, it's still like do it a different way. Like write it in your diary or something.
Yeah.
Like don't put it online right now.
And with me, it's my daughter and him was real close. So with me, it's my daughter on Instagram screenshotting shit, sending it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because
These kids is different.
she don't know how to. I lived life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I lived life. I've seen death in every form that I feel you could see death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daughter's 14. She haven't seen it like that yet.
Yeah.
So she don't understand
She's traumatized.
exactly.
Yeah.
Another thing, but when it comes to the youth though, because like everything to them is like summed up in like a Summer Walker song. Like it's real microwave.
Real short.
Everything is
straight to the
short.
point.
They don't understand that death is final. Like
do-overs.
ain't no coming back, ain't no do-overs, ain't nothing. That is it.
Let you settle in for a while, especially at that age if you've never experienced it.
They still treat it as if it's like just
Yeah.
something that's trending for the day.
Because they feel like their family is untouchable sometimes.
This shit
Like,
is
not my family. You won't do it to mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like my daughter's like, I mean, the guy, like y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like I was sending y'all the screenshots that I was getting. Like
yeah, man. Yeah.
the shit I was getting was nasty.
Yeah.
Like nasty. I'm like, I literally is motherfuckers inboxing me as if they're hurt. Like what's like
The motherfuckers that be fake caring that just want to know the
Bruh.
information.
Messy.
Yeah. Yeah.
like so what's going so do you, I got an inbox that says, "Do you have good information for me today?
What?
Do you have something good for me today?"
Messy bitch.
But you know what I mean? Like people on the outside looking in be like, well, Skinny, I'm just using your name for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
But you got people on the outside and looking in and be like, well, Skinny, why you ain't doing nothing about it? And I'm like, nigga, I could trip the fuck out. But at the end of the day, it's my family member gonna sit in that courtroom and her heart is gonna be broken based off my temporary actions.
Yep. And I'm breaking it twice.
This is a court situation now. If it was some street shit,
It's different.
It's different.
but it's a court situation now.
Yeah.
Now, I do some temporary shit because I want to feel good about it.
Had long-term effects.
I beat the fuck out of somebody or I tripped the fuck out and now I feel good about it because I feel like I'm doing justice for my family member. Now she's sitting in that courtroom watching the motherfucker that
By herself.
that did some shit by herself,
By herself.
get probation or get off
And probably coming to my courtroom next.
I go from court 1 to court 2.
as a fucking victim.
Bro.
Because you turned him to a victim.
That's how this shit works, man. It's fucking gross.
And I don't think people see it. So it was just, like I said, it was so, I was like, damn, like, I think we've, doing this podcast, right? I think we've all experienced death through this time. right? We've all experienced death.
We've experienced
We have
some shit on this
experienced
movie.
fucking death on here.
Yeah.
So we've seen people making the death of our people about fucking
About
them.
them.
Everybody
It's
on
always
this
about
fucking
them.
panel,
That's
boy.
real shit.
Wow. That's something you never get used to. Like you never, as much as I've seen it, I've never got used to it. I'm still fucking mind blown every
Kinda
time I see
weird.
it.
When my son passed away, man, there were a lot of people that
Oh, my
mentally
God.
died to me. Like
Bruh.
never. We couldn't say 2 words to each other.
People are crazy. Like, posting pictures from like the services and
Damn.
taking pictures of the casket.
Oh,
like, are
that's-
you serious?
That's
It be the same people that when shit happens to celebrities, they be like, "That's nasty. Why are people doing that? I would never."
same motherfuckers.
It's like you foul ass bitch. Like that be the thought. Like you really,
Messy bitch.
bruh. And it be shit like that. And like I said, me personally, I'm doing great at it. Like I'm doing great because I know I have to be here for my sister. Because as far as my siblings, my brother and sister, they clash, right? Because my brother was the oldest as far as on this side. You know what I'm saying? And then my sister is actually my father's oldest child. You know what I'm saying? So they clashed. Me, I'm the baby. I'm closer. I was closer to my sister. Me and my brother is real close now, but I was closer to my sister. And then, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, that dynamic is like, if I go, I know she break down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's ugly if I go. So I
Helpless
have
feeling,
to.
man. It's a really helpless feeling, man.
So I gotta be here. I have to answer the phone. I gotta go see what's going on. Like, it was shit that I showed her that I didn't want to show her because I'm from Vegas. I'm getting the pictures from the scene. I'm getting I'm getting that because as soon as people see, oh shit, this skinny nephew, everybody is messaging me and texting me and people I haven't talked to in fucking years. So I'm getting all the shit. And then my sister is like, I want to see it. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, nah.
the people that's inboxing you or hitting you up online that you ain't talking to.
Yeah,
in
I'm
years.
getting like I got a picture of the scene. I have a picture of the scene.
Do you feel they're doing that out of sincerity and don't realize that they're causing more hurt?
I don't know. Because it didn't hurt me. Like I wanted to see it. So I was cool with getting it, but then it was the showing my sister. Like the picture I got of the scene is the guy who shot my nephew standing over my nephew. My nephew on the floor. The police officer standing over my nephew and a witness talking to the police officer. And my nephew is right there and the police is like literally standing, one in his armpit and the other one standing at his head.
Jesus Christ.
That's the picture I have. And then the man is standing over my nephew's body. And then you have some black people just sitting off to the side, just standing there. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the picture that I have of the scene.
Jesus Christ.
I get this picture while I'm sitting in the room looking at my nephew, which I didn't want to go in the room. Yeah. I did not want to go in there. First day was ugly. He's not cleaned up. There's blood fucking everywhere. It was ugly. That was the craziest scene I ever seen. But that's when I get the picture. I'm like, oh shit. My sister instantly was like, what you got? And I'm like, do I show it? You know what I'm saying? And then when I show it to her,
Jesus.
she like, send it to me. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But me personally, it didn't bother me because I wanted to see it. Like I wanted to see what was going on. But like everything is how I got the picture. This photo, it happens to be that someone that works with my son, daughter or something was on the scene. She took a picture, sent it to her mom, which gave it to my son, which my son them sent it to me. So it's the how it's getting to me. It wasn't too many directs. The directs that I got was insane too. But it was like this went to my son.
Several
Look at
different
this.
people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
you know
your
what I'm saying?
children
Like,
see it
it's
first.
going
before
around. You know what I'm saying?
before
Like
you
the
see it.
exactly.
And some at some point, like they're going to be, some of these kids are going to be genuinely fucked up by what they see, and it's not going to hit them until later. Mm-hmm. That's the issue. That's an extreme issue.
That's the issue. Like I said, my son, he was at work, and for him, this is his little cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my baby cousin.
Like it's just we was all together at Turkey Bowl.
We was all together at Turkey Bowl. Yeah. They both my
that's because he was the one I gave the gloves to.
Yes.
As soon as he walked up, like, hey man, you can have these, brother. I'm cool.
And they both follow each other in football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a picture of my nephew at his football game with my son watching his football game. You know what I'm saying? And my son played football, so they had the love of that. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, for my son, it's like, dang, this is somebody that looked up to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they look at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all the dynamics. Like, damn, like I was telling my bro, like, I'd rather be the person that it gets. Like, I'd rather be the direct line. It's me not being a direct line that's bothering me more.
Because you don't know how everybody else gonna handle it. How they gonna manage the damage control.
My daughter got a screenshot of 2 fucking 40-year-olds inbox. How? How did that happen?
Jesus Christ.
And my daughter sent a screenshot to me of 2 40-year-olds discussing my nephew, whether he's gonna live or die, the day after he gets shot. This is 2 40-year-olds. How did my daughter get this photo?
That is crazy, man.
She's 14. How did she get a photo from 2 40-year-olds? So it's like shit like that. Yeah. So I don't mind being a direct line. It's just like, how the fuck is like y'all getting it to this person? How is she getting it? That's what we have an issue at. Like,
Bad news travel fast.
My
Yes.
God.
It travels fast.
yes. And I'm like I said, I'm cool with the kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my daughter will send me hella kid shit. Like, oh, this person is saying this person is saying this. Like, my daughter send me hella
No,
that.
that screenshot you sent me and Ivan, nigga. It's like, bro, what?
Nigga.
That shit insane.
It was
Fuck.
It was the craziest shit ever because, like Dante said, this is not a street situation. We're not talking about my nephew was a gang member.
Yeah.
My nephew, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a student athlete that got good grades, was good in sports, had 5 college offers. Like, we're not talking about a street dude at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So the screenshots be crazy. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just, these kids are different. And I've accepted the kid shit. The kid shit, cool. When it get to the old folks, that's when I have an issue.
Them be the worst, man. Them be the fucking
Because
Yeah.
why are you involving yourself in kid shit?
Because that's what they do. Unfortunately, a lot of 40-year-olds don't have nothing else going for themselves but kid shit.
That is
They
crazy.
be super invested, super involved in things that have absolutely nothing to do with them.
Super weird.
Because they weren't doing shit when they were young. You know,
True.
now they old, they still ain't doing shit. So now you like you
For real.
still ain't doing shit. So people are sick.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry, man. I don't even know where to fucking go from there, dude. I really don't. Like, this is.
We good, bro. So,
fucked up, man.
like I said, outside of that, that's what. Outside of dealing with that, I just been making the most of content and like watching different movies. I finally watched Talk to Me.
How you like it?
Petey Green? Talk to me?
Yeah.
The movie Talk to Me with the Petey Green. Who the fuck is
Who the
that?
fuck is Petey Green?
That's another radio personality.
No, you talking about the Don. You talking about the
You
Don
talking
Cheadle
about
shit.
the Don Cheeto shit?
What Talk to Me y'all talking about?
So it's a scary movie.
It's a scary movie.
Oh, okay.
How you like it?
The ending was, but the movie was cool.
I
like
just
the
watched a
movie.
scary movie the other day. That shit pissed me off called Thanksgiving.
I wanted to watch
Terrible.
Man, save your motherfucking time.
You watched the new
It was
one?
so bad.
Nigga, I was pissed.
that. No shit.
The
So
fuck is this?
It's 2 of them.
What do you mean?
There's an older version of this, and this is the remake.
Well, the
Well,
remake is bad.
if the remake is anything like the old,
remake was-
fucking.
The remake was
what
fucking
the fuck?
funny to me.
Nigga, y'all in a small town and there's a riot at the one store.
It was funny.
And it's like this over a fucking toaster. Niggas getting killed and shit. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come
it's a
on.
Grindhouse movie.
it was graphic.
Hey, that
as,
shit was trash.
It was graphic as fuck,
I didn't like that.
Yeah, it was
and
like
it
that on
was
purpose.
funny.
Ugh.
They did have my the one chick in there that I liked. I used to watch strip. Is it Striptease? What the fuck is that? What was that movie with my mans that was in South Central? And he was like the.
You talking about
Was it called Striptease?
Showgirls.
Showgirls. Yeah, she was in that. She was
Oh shit!
Jessica
you talking
Span-
about
no, the one that got tripped and she broke her leg or some shit.
talking about OG Bobby Johnson was in there.
Yeah. But the lady in Showgirls that she got tripped. She was like the star of the show and got tripped and fell and broke her leg and shit. She's in that movie. So I was like, oh, that
That's crazy.
It took me back a little bit. That shit was trash.
That movie was terrible.
What's your
when they
go-to?
wet her face and put it up on the freezer
Yes.
and ripped it off, I was like, "Yep, turn it off."
Did
I
it
don't
start
wanna
off
see
with
it.
them like having like it was a Black Friday sale? And
Yep.
I saw the first 5 minutes
That's
of it,
Thanksgiving.
and I recorded it. It's on the DVR.
Man, scary movies just ain't the same no more, man.
What is your horror film that you go like? What's your go-to horror film?
I think Candyman
If
is
your
the
kids or somebody
scariest.
say something to you, what is your go-to horror
The
film?
original
Like, this is what-
Candyman is the scariest movie I've ever seen.
I even said it's trash.
It was trash.
It's crazy.
And I think of that with any like when I talk to my kids, I'm like, oh, the scary movies y'all got is this. It's like what? But what do I go to be like? This is the prototype. Like, what's the prototype?
I don't know. I laugh at scary movies.
Scary movies is so funny
They're
to
funny
me.
to me.
I think the last
Scream is a
genuinely-
comedy though. Scream is a horror,
Scream was
Yeah.
like with
horror comedy.
no, it was more of a parody. It's a parody of comedy. Of horror films.
Yeah.
The last scary movie, I want to say the last scary movie period that I've ever seen was the first Paranormal Activity.
That was scary.
That would be
Paranormal Activity is a
Suspenseful.
great.
what, nigga? That last 15 minutes, nigga, I was scared as a mother. I came home and slept on the couch.
I don't know if I care for the first Paranormal Activity, but I think it's probably the second.
What?
It's probably the
Oh,
second.
that's when they
or
the
start.
movies to
That's when
see
they
that.
start getting
Yeah.
stupid. When they took it to the
it's the
Vadio and
second one.
shit. They took it to the Vadio. I said, "Come on, man. Nah, they didn't. They didn't put a demon in Miklo, man. They didn't put a demon in Miklo, man. Come on, dog.
I'm saying they'd be funny to me. Sometimes I root for the villain, like how he gonna get him. Boom, he got him, and I just be dying laughing.
man.
I don't know, man.
I ain't. You know what I mean? I don't know. When I look back on the horror genre, it ain't been that many good ones. Especially when they started being PG-13.
I like Final
Yeah.
Destination. The first.
That was more of a suspense for me, and it was more so how these niggas gonna die.
Nah, that shit had a real life effect. Now, if you see one of
a
them
long
trucks,
truck.
you do not drive behind them motherfuckers no more.
At all.
That is true.
nigga.
Now I do prefer that Tony Todd over Candyman. Death was scary as a motherfucker
Yes.
when they was going into his name was Death.
His name was
Tony
Death.
Todd's name was Death in Final
Final
Destination.
Destination.
That kind of scared the shit out of me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Final Destination had real life effects though.
When it started getting 3D and shit, it's like, come on, man.
I ain't
3D
watch
was
that.
wild.
I ain't watching that.
But Final Destination was, yeah.
The first one was when they was on the airplane, right?
Yes, and then the second one is when they're on the freeway.
Yeah, the third one's like on the roller coaster.
The third one
fourth
is-
Oh,
on the
yeah,
NASCAR
yeah,
track,
yeah.
and then the fifth
The first
one's
two,
on
the first
bridge.
two is
The first two was
They made
elite.
5?
No,
Yes.
nigga,
Yeah, there's 5 of them.
It is 5.
and it's another one
It
coming.
might be 6.
It's another one coming.
God damn.
That's insane.
The fifth one's cool though. That's like prequel.
Which one? So which one was the 3D? Was that 4?
That's like 3 and 4.
That's 3.
That's the last one I've seen.
Okay, that's when they got stupid then.
The roller coaster was.
That's when my dumb ass was going to the movie theaters and putting 3D glasses on.
Yeah, we all did. Don't worry.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
Freddy
is this
Krueger got a 3D movie though.
shit? Boy.
Yeah, you do.
Do we?
Yes, he do.
My mom loved Freddy Krueger.
He's funny
I
to
was
me.
terrified of
They
him.
were all trash except Dream Walkers. I think it's Dream Chasers.
Freddie was a comedian.
Yeah, I think
I
that's when I
felt-
started laughing at horror.
He
movies.
was scary to me though.
Yes, when you was
As a kid, yeah,
that
he
shit
was
scared the
scary.
shit out of you.
Because
As a kid,
anything that can keep you trapped in your dreams, I've always had issues with that. Like,
Yeah.
if y'all ever had like a dream where that
Yeah,
you
but
could
then he
wake
jump
up
out
from
and be
it?
like, "Hey, give me some pussy."
But still,
What the fuck is this happening? Like, what the fuck?
Because he played with you before he killed you. Like, he just sit there, toy with you, had you run around, do all this sort of shit, and you just gonna die.
Freddie
I don't
beca-
mess with nothing with sleep.
Freddie
If
because of
can't
the
wake
dream,
up,
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga had you scared to go to sleep.
But it was more of a horror. That was like horror comedy.
Now it is looking back.
It
at
was looking back, but as a
kid, that
as a
shit
kid,
scared the
like
shit out of me.
Freddy Krueger, Candyman, and Hellraisers, I didn't fuck with.
Hellraiser, I didn't fuck with.
I still ain't fuck with Hellraiser.
Seeing that
Never.
as an adult now, though.
Oh, he
it
was
like,
that was
what the
what's
fuck
what's
is
that
this?
shit? What's that shit called?
It was soft-
BDSM.
It was low key soft porn.
It's like
It was low key
BDSM?
soft porn.
yeah.
Me and my daughter is big into horror films and shit, and this was probably like 2 years ago. She's big in horror film. I was like, all right, we're gonna watch Hellraiser. And I turned it on, I was like, no, we ain't gonna watch this.
Turn that off. Cover your eyes.
Kind of soft porn. Yeah, this is crazy.
That
Okay,
was definitely 6 Shades of Black. before 6 days.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is crazy, but yeah, Hellraiser.
I really
Freddy
hope they
Krueger.
bring that genre back, man. Like in a real.
It's
way.
hard. It's hard to do the same way because death has become so
Normalized.
normalized. I can go on Twitter and look at.
That is a fact.
It feels like now they make horror movies more like they feel like the more gory it is, the more scary it is, and it's not. It's just disgusting. Like that's not scary.
I think
but
that
how
was
do you-
because of. I think
Because of
Saw
Saw?
did that.
How do you scare people when death has become part of your regular life?
Normal.
Yeah.
That's why Paranormal Activity was like Wifey was saying with Freddy Krueger. I think that's why Paranormal Activity got to me the way it did because it was like it ain't gory. It's not that you can't do shit in your sleep. You know what I'm saying?
You
Nigga,
trapped.
nigga, motherfucker
You
just
stuck
standing over you
here.
and shit while you in your sleep. Like, and I sleep good. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
I think attaching any horror to like everyday life, like you say with Freddy Krueger, going to sleep, Candyman. Like I look in this mirror all the time. Like I look in the mirror when I go in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Hellraiser was scary to me because I actually thought that the Rubik's Cube was what was happening. So I was like, Dad, don't ever buy me no Rubik's Cube.
I don't fuck with Rubik's. I think shit. They bought my son one. I think.
He begged for one.
Man, that was the first time I ever touched a Rubik's Cube because of Hellraiser. Ever. Rubik's Cubes and what's the motherfucking
I ain't fuck around
the
with
thing
Rubik's
on
Cube.
The
Ouija
Ouija
board?
board, yeah.
I would never fuck with no Ouija board. I believe that 100%. I believe you.
I
invite
love Jesus too much.
Yeah,
I think
nah.
that's
I believe you invite them spirits into your
Yeah.
home when you do that shit for real, and I ain't playing.
but that's the part that's scary though.
But
It's
that
like
was
the
talk to me.
spirits. Yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
things
Facts.
that
Motherfuckers be sitting in the motherfucking graveyards and shit.
What spirits?
Yeah, and I don't like people. I'm like, what the fuck?
ghost chasers.
No, you know, motherfuckers
is
be
ghost
sitting in the
chasing?
graveyard for they family members and shit. That shit weird as fuck to me.
Oh,
I was like
when
going to
they-
visit the grave. You never did that before?
Hey,
One time. Cause I be like, no, cause you know I be like, I'm fucked up in here, but like, what if they like put my? You don't know who your family member next to.
so
Well,
Shit like that be kind of fuck me up in the head a little bit.
it's a mental thing because I like knowing people who work in that
like
industry.
stepping on graves and shit.
I've heard that like after a certain amount of years they dig them bodies up anyway and cremate them. So this ain't even.
So on Valentine's Day, my sister-in-law's friend spent Valentine's Day at the gravesite with her fiance.
Jesus.
I always think of Tales in the Hood.
Hold on.
Tales in the Hood.
Does she
when they come
masturbate?
through.
Nah, she
Oh my
did a date.
God.
She had a red dress. She put the Valentine's Day balloons, everything. Then the wife shows up.
Oh shit.
Ah! I mean, when y'all not leaving? I'm
Nah.
about to join them.
That's a
They,
threesome.
they know about each other. So he was married forever, but he was her fiance for 2 years. So for whatever reason, they've been married. They know about each other. They actually walked down the aisle at the funeral together.
Oh, he was
That's
a
some pimp shit.
Oh, he was putting the dick
That's some
down.
pimp shit. Oh, what you gonna do?
Oh, he was
Do you wanna
But to
get-
be at the gravesite of your dead fiance, like celebrating Valentine's Day,
His wife show up.
and the wife show up too, so they kind of like spent it together and went out dating.
That's a
threesome.
That's a cold nigga, man.
They went out and dated.
That's a real.
They went out to lunch on Valentine's Day
Oh,
afterwards.
that's a real nigga. He was doing his
some
best
pimp
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
From the
he was doing his
grave?
best
Yeah,
shit.
that was a different dynamic they had going
do
on.
what they can.
Cold nigga, man. They took the wrong one. Bring him back.
They took
That's
the wrong one.
Hey, listen, you took the wrong
Shout
one.
out.
Bring him back.
Yeah, graveyards like freak me out though. So I'll be like, you don't know who your loved one next to.
Yeah, I
And
don't
you
fuck
may
with
just be
graveyards.
stepping on all the niggas' graves and shit.
Every time I go to a graveyard, like I'm always like I'll go visit my family member and shed my few tears or whatever. But then I start looking at all the other headstones and be like, dang, they was my
Young.
age.
Yup.
Looking and like I wonder what happened. Like I don't know. I'm weird like that. I'm
Nah, I do
looking
that
at
too.
everybody's stuff.
I don't.
You be trying to get in and out.
Yeah.
I don't go. I don't go because when you walk back, like it's
Like, what do you do? Like, you just
everybody is on.
stare and look.
So yeah, exactly.
Anyway, you take a picture?
You talk to the grave.
Talk to the grave.
I don't want to talk to the grave.
That's crazy.
And then I just don't want to pass by a bunch of people that I knew. Like, oh, that was the homie. Oh, that was my auntie. Oh, that was.
That's that graveyard on fucking that's the graveyard
Oh,
on
Four Master
on
and Main Street.
Fuck.
on Orange, man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what you do though. You take the flowers. You talk like, or that's what I do anyway. Like I take flowers to my grandma on her birthday.
Okay. I know this is
And
kind
then
of
my grandma's
I know this is kind of fucking fucked up. So, but I didn't notice it until we went to, wifey got a couple family members at this one graveyard, right? And I didn't notice it until, but they had a like a plaster on like in the grass, right? That said after a few days they pick these roses up anyways.
Yeah. And throw them out. Yeah.
So what the fuck point is it? What do I?
The
symbolic.
act.
It's a symbolic
symbolism.
Yeah.
The act of you doing.
Of
it.
losing money?
But you don't like giving flowers
Giving
anyway.
them flowers.
Just giving them flowers.
Yeah, but it's like after a couple days, y'all picking these up and they like.
Yeah, trash. It's maintenance.
How long?
Yeah.
How long you know they're gonna sit there
Which-
until they wither and die?
Which is really sad though, especially like for some parents that have children that they've buried. Like my nail tech, her son, she goes out and she decorates his grave and stuff for like his birthday and like holidays and things like that. And they say that they'll leave them out there for so long, but then they'll come in and just rip them out anyway. And that's like another like heartbreak because you're trying to show how much you love to your person, your child, and they still go in there and they just rip all of it up like it's just nothing.
That's what I always say.
Because
man.
it's a job.
When you start experiencing enough, and man, hopefully people don't have to experience this, but now that's why I don't get too emotional about things because you start to understand, man. It's like for every emotion, it's like capitalism is around the corner. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody that is ready to capitalize off of
To charge you
Your
for that
emotion.
banner that you want of your child to put on their grave. Like it's just everything.
Death is guaranteed. Funeral homes.
And then
death
you
is
pay
gonna
for
be
the
in
shit.
business.
Guaranteed.
you pay for the shit, you put the shit down, and they come back 24, 48
Take it
hours
off.
later, take that shit right on out.
The funerals now is like really. The more that I see funerals, I'm like, I'm definitely gonna put something in writing. Do not spend all this money on.
Yup.
I don't need
a
the
rack.
carriage. I don't need my picture on the back of the glass thing. That no.
I
Horse
seen
and
it. Oh,
carriage
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, not even the horse and carriage. They have something where it's like a regular, like it attaches to like a truck or something, and it's see through, and then they put a picture of you on the back. It's like a hologram type of thing. Like, don't pay for that. Please don't. Just get me to where I need to go and save as much money as you can.
Go to the local Rex and hire a taco truck.
As a matter
and
of
do some
fact,
karaoke. That's
don't
it.
even.
For real.
If you wanna, if
They
the
sell
people,
caskets at Costco's.
the people,
yes, get it from
Jesus
Costco.
Christ.
Yeah.
They are
the people that really fuck with me,
Sam's
hey
Club
man,
better.
y'all go ahead and y'all throw a little house party. You know what I'm saying? Y'all throw a little
Something.
homegoing house party,
Yeah.
and y'all do some whatever money y'all leave behind because it, at this point I'm gone. This funeral ain't for me.
Fuck that.
This ain't for
Nah,
me.
man, my shit
So
Thomas and Mac.
man, y'all.
Bury me standing up, nigga.
I better be burnt by the time the funeral service come around.
I wanna
But y'all, whatever I leave behind, I mean, again, what use of it if you don't spend it all on me leaving?
Yeah.
exactly.
I can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, that's pointless.
Just burn me and put me in a nice little urn. And
But that's why a lot of like grandparents and stuff, they go and they actually pay for all. My uncle, when he passed away, not this last one, but my uncle Bobby, he had went to the mortuary. He had already
Prepaid it?
prepaid everything.
Yeah.
He prepaid for his casket, his funeral. Everything was paid for. All we had to do was show up.
Yeah, that's how it
That's
was with
it.
my grandma.
Yeah.
They only had to pay like the taxes, which was like $800 or something like that.
Yeah, and that was
because
pretty
even
much
death
it.
is a business, man. When you start getting into
What?
when
It's
you
the
start getting
guaranteed
into
business.
fucking wills and
Listen.
wills and fucking all that shit,
When they
and
start
Charge you to
bringing
take the
out the
casket out,
doves,
put it back.
Guarantee, it's a guaranteed
Yup.
business. These people die every
do
single
not
day.
bring them white pigeons out for me, please.
they come back. What the fuck you paying for this shit for? They fly there and come back like this
Don't
ain't.
do that.
Nigga, I
Don't
thought
do it.
No, because I had
Don't
thought
do it.
originally like, oh y'all pay for some pigeons and then it's like you flying them out and you flying them out to Earth.
You think I'm going to buy new pigeons every time a nigga die?
But these motherfuckers come right back.
I have
Did
trained
you
these.
just pay hundreds of dollars for 3 fucking pigeons to come back?
I'm mad y'all keep calling these doves pigeons.
They are.
Not paying for pigeons.
But hey,
They're
man,
white
hey, them,
pigeons.
hey,
That's
them,
what
hey,
doves. That's what doves are.
Skinny,
It's
them
the
the
same
pigeons.
bird.
Them the pigeons that you be eating when you go to Sunday.
I've trained these pigeons to fly directly back to the bed. Nigga, you
These sky
So
rats
that's the
away
shit,
from me.
bro. That's the shit I'm looking at. Like, did you really?
Because it's really all for you.
Did you
when
really send
think
some
about
inmate
it.
birds in this motherfucker? We really just paid for some inmate birds.
You gotta be creative if you gonna do my shit. Give me some dogs that can bark the theme to Gangsta Lean or some shit.
Cause these
You gotta give me
niggas,
some different shit, man. I want some different shit. Don't get them birds, nigga. Give me some shit that's different. Like, nigga, I ain't never seen that at no funeral, nigga. This nigga Ivan Cole. I want some shit that's
correct, because these birds is institutionalized. They want to go back to being locked up.
These motherfuckers come. No.
Dumbass birds.
And so I swear to God, bro. I don't remember much. I don't remember much about my son's funeral because I was so out of it. But that's the one thing I remember, and I was fucking hot. Right? So they put we have to graveyard and shit, and they put the fucking doves on his mom and shit. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
And then motherfuckers fly it up, and I'm like, just like, oh. And then I slowly start seeing these motherfuckers come back. I'm like, oh, this
What
is
you
some
niggas want?
bullshit. Nigga, what the fuck is this?
So we used to release these doves for free?
Oh, no.
Doves
No.
on payroll, nigga.
What? We gotta train these doves. This is
That's crazy.
My funniest dove moment was the hood reunion
Oh, come on, man.
when Pops released them. Pops,
Yeah, when Pops released them.
he didn't really get the thing open, so the first bird kind of had a hard time.
Nigga was traumatized. Too much red over here. What's going on? Okay.
That was the funniest shit. I was like, did we just break the wing of the bird?
But why are we releasing doves?
Hey, man.
Symbolism behind it. I just don't know what it is.
They was releasing for all the dead
For all the
homies.
dead homies?
man.
Wow. That was innovative. That was deep.
My family put on a fucking show that. Man, I said, what the fuck is going
Antics at
on?
funerals sometimes be.
No, this was just a reunion. Like
Oh.
everybody from from when my dad. Yeah, everybody. They just they there.
They couldn't pour out a little liquor for them. They had to release some doves.
I will never ever forget. I got my kids there. I got everybody there. I'll never forget this shit. We hooping. We hooping, right? We hooping this shit. And I'm thinking we having a good time. We playing basketball.
Oh yeah, you talking
I'm
about when
younger
the
at this
homie went
time.
crazy?
Man, my motherfucking cousin stopped the game and said, "Hey, nigga, all you niggas is snitches.
Oh,
now what y'all gonna do?
What?
Why did he do that?
What is happening? Right?" So then I said, "You know what?
I'm out.
Yeah, that's,
Cool.
that's it.
And by this time, this is about 6, 7 o'clock. When I tell you, I don't know what the fuck happened, but over 90% of the park was strapped.
Damn.
I said, God. I said, hey, Pops, I love you, right? we finna. So the first one, after a while, everybody started doing the hood shit.
Yeah.
They look.
No, when we first had it, this was the first.
That shit was the
neighborhood
wild
family
fucking.
reunion.
Now they started.
This is-
They started to become
This
more
was
like.
before everybody
Yeah,
else started
start
doing
doing
them. Like
Yeah.
this was the first neighborhood family reunion, and it was like right around Mother's Day
At
I'll never forget,
Alexander
we always
Park.
had it. It was at the hoodest park, Alexander fucking Park. Niggas is playing basketball. Niggas is calling other niggas out like his cousin. That was random as shit. Like you're telling your homies like y'all not really from here anyway, and you niggas is snitches. Like
What the fuck?
I was like, what is finna happen right now?
Not a day of atonement.
Nigga.
see, because I'm like, so, when my pops is on his full ride, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
State paid.
he fulfilling his college duties, right? Where we was living at wasn't like where he was from and shit, right?
At
So
all.
Oh.
I really didn't understand like
Yeah.
You was the op.
my
son a op.
what's happening, right?
That's crazy.
So it was
know some
2
people like
times.
that.
No, it was 2 times where I was like, I said some shit and it was like,
What the fuck?
so the first time I said it is when my aunt used to do my hair.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt used to braid my hair and shit, and she stayed in. They stayed in those Marion.
Walnut. Come on, the Walnut.
Is it Walnut and Marion?
Mm-hmm.
Walnut and Marion, right? Stayed in those where all the niggas at.
The bricks.
So he asked me, you know, at this time, nigga, I'm crippin'. Right? I'm done, nigga, what? Right? So they like, oh, word? Right? So my cousin, after I get my hair done, my cousin was like, don't you ever say that over here again, right? And then the last time was, my uncle used to be really crazy, right? He like a Jehovah's Witness now. Like my uncle used to be really crazy, right? Like really crazy. And so I said, so nigga, I said, no, nigga. Whoa. Right? I was like, nigga, I will kill you. Damn. I said, you know what? I ain't that mad no more, man. I'm like, you know what? No, I ain't mad no more. You know, this is like, there's another crazy. But then, again, this is when I started really learning, like, my especially on my dad's side, like, my family history. Yeah. You know, me coming up, you know, my dad got he got his doctorate, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Pops got his doctorate. He was there, you know, he was going back, you know, going back and forth.
An honorary degree.
Yeah, it was, he got that shit, right? He earned it, right? So I really didn't understand, like, oh, your family, like, really from, like, you really from over there. Yeah. I didn't know any of this.
That's crazy.
I ain't know any of this. So when he came out, where we was staying at was like a Crip neighborhood. Nigga, we was out of there in 30 days. That was it. When my dad first got out, we was in Crip neighborhood, Rose Garden. We was out of there in like 30 days. Nigga, my grandma kept that apartment. My grandma kept that shit. Nigga, we was out of there in like 30 days. And then, you know, hanging around my pops and seeing all that, I really started to be like, oh, shit, like this is like for real. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I started like living life a little bit. So I was like, me and my little brother was never into that shit. Yeah. We kind of just, now my sister.
Oh yeah. She for the bullshit.
All of it.
Gotta love her.
She is crazy.
All of
She
it.
is for the bullshit.
Right? And so I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm still really learning, especially like my dad's side of the family, his history and all that shit. Cause he was down so long. Like I was the person coming up where my dad wasn't there. I wasn't used to the nigga black men wasn't there when I was in coming up. Yeah, my pops was in prison. Everybody else's dad was there. Yeah, I was the nigga with the pops in prison. And then when I started coming up, the narrative started to be like, oh, my dad, you know, that type of shit. Yeah, but that first one, I'll never fucking. Now, after that, I felt like they became, especially when they moved. More organized. They moved to like around the corner to like Flamingo and McLeod and shit. I felt like they was like more organized and more safe. Like it was more of attend. There was more of a family. It was more of a, you know what I mean? It was more of a family thing. You started seeing people. I'm like, nigga, you ain't even from the hood. Why you got a hood shirt on? That type of shit. I'm looking at that type of shit, right? Yeah. It started to become a more commercialized, and I'm starting to see now other projects and hoods are doing it and shit, which was cool. But that first one. Yeah. That first one you had to be official. After that first one you had, like, nigga, if you wasn't from there, it was gonna be a problem.
After that, there was a lot of niggas who you went to school with that never represented nothing, but now
all of a sudden they.
And why do you wait to be full grown to be a gang member?
No, at that time, like they was the hood nicks and shit like that. There was really a thing, and like you could really buy a shirt and shit, so it looked, so official.
You could be, and I think like me when I started. When the hood reunions would come up, and then I would see niggas that like we went to Mojave with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like they family might be a real OG, like really from there. And now you're going to the hood picnic because your uncle have always been there. So now you like, I'm from. And it used to piss me off so much because I would see them niggas in there try to give me the shake, and I'm like,
what are you doing?
Where were you at when we was fighting niggas in the bathroom?
Right. Wasn't there.
Like, where were you at during these rumbles? Like, when we across the street from fucking Mojave and we having a full-fledged rumble, where the fuck were you at? In science class? Yep. Like, don't shake my hand, bro.
Right. Yeah. Like, you don't get that shake.
Yeah, like, nigga.
You too
I got dope fiend.
As a square, I can't even imagine what would make a nigga feel like, I want to go to that.
Listen,
I'm a square. I mean, from if you want to like,
because
I was fighting shit, but like I'm a square.
No, but you was banging Donna. We just heard you.
I mean, I had like a moment, like, and I realized like this ain't for me.
Yeah, this ain't me.
You know what I mean? Like I had
Trey
because I was around.
I'm good. Trey lived.
Trey lived.
We got more Treys than
Like
Doughboys.
I was around. Like I was now. Don't get it twisted. Like I was around people that was really, really like that.
Yeah.
So just by nature, okay, let me.
Guilty by association.
But then it was kind of like, you know, I'm like, where the bitches? Where the bitches? I just,
Where are the bitches?
Where are the bitches? I'm okay. But I want to say a good, Skinny, you want to say a good 3-4 years? Like, Hoodniks became like, they were like the thing.
They are a thing.
Where? You see people celebrating a date. Niggas ain't knowing where the picnics at.
No, we was having
Like them hood days.
They be having it.
They were celebrating dates, but when they started it, it became a thing for like every other neighborhood because it was other OGs there that was like, damn, we need to do this for us.
Yeah.
And then because
Shit, about what it was the third? Was it the
probably
third
like the
one?
third or fourth year because for us, it was an actual committee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talking niggas that
Planning committee.
they're really in business. They really know business. They have a treasurer. They have like it's a real committee.
A sergeant at arms.
For other niggas, it was just niggas that was just like,
Let's get a
We all
kickback.
finna
Let's do it. I
get
got $50 on
Let's
it.
get this Airbnb.
let's go meet up at the park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for them niggas, it was like, no, we got dues, we have meetings, it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, you niggas is
operate like a
organized.
fraternity.
I think outside of hoods, I think the other one that I seen, or
Piru.
maybe I know because they had it, was Piru and Vegas Heights, like actual committees.
That's it. And Valley View.
Valley View. I think they might have been the first one to have not to do the actual picnics,
got a
but they
committee.
had it.
They had a committee for a long time.
Yeah.
Valley View got a committee for a long time. Shit,
That's dope.
yeah, it's a couple people.
It was, but them motherfuckers got shut down
Oh yeah, police shut us down.
pretty fast.
And it wasn't even like, and it was like he said, like once it started, it was like the whole family out there. Like it wasn't nothing crazy happening. Like they was giving away bikes. They was, you know what I'm saying? Like it was the whole family out there. The police was like, nah,
I just can't imagine as somebody who's not actively and I wasn't active. Why would I want to show up to
I
that?
think if you grew up with
Everybody
them
be there.
and you not really banging like that,
Not
but it's
everybody.
just your family and friends and shit,
Not everybody.
you might just find yourself
everybody.
there.
But see, SO, I remember, you know, when we was doing our show together, right? And they were asking me about marriage, right?
Yeah.
And Grease was asking me about marriage, and I said, "Well, it's the same way as gangbanging to me. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, man, you know, I do it, but you shouldn't."
Right.
Because the
got homies like that, yeah.
the chances, if you're going by straight statistics, right, the chances of you having a fulfilling marriage is very, very rare. Just because it works for me does not mean it's gonna work for you.
Right.
And I don't want to tell you to do nothing, and then you do it, and then
It don't work.
It don't
based
work.
upon my standards,
Yeah.
right? So that's how it is with gangbanging. The issue I have with it is that when you say as a square, I would say, well, the glorification of the violence is the problem. A lot of the people that I grew up with, I grew around, some of the people that even mentored me, some of the people that even preached, they were all affiliated. You know what I'm saying? No one is is clean.
Right.
Everybody is affiliated. Everybody from somewhere, came from somewhere. And I grew up in that. I grew up around it. You know what I mean? Like, my nigga, you got coaches that was blood, and that was, you know what I mean?
Facts.
It doesn't make them a bad person.
Right.
It's just
That's how they grew up.
that's how they grew up. That's just where they from. The issue is when you start getting that puts a black eye on it is the glorification of the violence.
yes.
It's not as, I mean, shit happens,
Yeah.
but it's not as violent as people would make it out to be. There is violence, but it's not as violent as people make it out to be. But there is not too many people out here, especially in the city, that ain't affiliated with something somewhere.
And when you think about it too, it's like, especially with gang culture, a lot of times that's people's first experience as far as like family, brotherhood, because bonds and things like that, you know, a sense of belonging. Because a lot of fathers were not around, you know, they were raised by the neighborhood. So it's like, it, like you said, it does give it a black eye because of the, you know, the violence that
Niggas
goes
jump
along
out
with
and
it.
be
But
like, oh,
there
the ops, I
there
got the
are
40 cal for
a
the
lot
ops,
of
that shit.
there's a lot of good that
Facts.
has come
It's
from
like,
it.
nigga,
But
I got
it
a
sound
preacher
crazy,
that's cripping, nigga. I got my barber from somewhere, nigga. My coach from somewhere, nigga. We go to the candy lady. You know what I mean? The candy lady banging, nigga. Everybody in this park, nigga. The OG is the one that's all time quarterback, nigga. We playing football in the park, that type of shit. Everybody's affiliated.
That's kind of how
it's a
you.
part of community.
the ops.
Facts.
The ops is the ops, and I got the 40 cal for the ops. Them type of niggas.
The glorification is crazy. Like I remember telling my son like of course I don't want my son to do it, but I tell him like I fell in love with it because it was the love there. It was like from my particular neighborhood, it was a lot of family orientated stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they did have the candy lady. They had the people that served breakfast to the kids. You would get. If you on the block and Mimo or B-Boy is outside, I don't care how many kids is out there, everybody is getting something from the popsicle truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they looked out for the kids so much that it was like, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my particular OGs never put a gun in my hand.
You got the crazy motherfuckers that was gangbanging. Now they like Christians or they Muslims
Yeah.
now. So they trying to give you game.
Everybody's trying to really steer you in the right direction. You just happen to be like, I'm just raised here.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I got the guns from the homies that was breaking into houses. Like, this didn't come from the older cats. It was the homie when he broke into a house.
You got real crash test dummies out there.
Yeah.
You just gotta learn how to decipher. You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to like decipher between them, you know?
That's how you learn it. Like, that be the crazy part is like, but this shit didn't come from, like, when you have real OGs that really want to see you succeed, they pushing you towards sports and doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know plenty of my OGs that didn't. Oh, you playing basketball, but your mom don't got the money? Come get the money from me.
You got OGs, you got OGs, and you got old niggas.
Yeah.
You got some of the
Facts.
some of the
Some
smartest-
niggas is just old niggas.
I know some of the smartest people I've ever known. Unfortunately, they did something that they can't come back from, and they're doing, you know, a lot of prison time. And then I got some niggas that I know a bunch of dudes that's affiliated in a real way that are true geniuses in doing something outside of being in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it all just depends. It's just the glorification of the violence. And this is where when you talk about hip hop and rap and shit like that, where there's an issue. You know what I mean? How we know like O Block and 63rd and all that shit is
Through the
music and how violent it is. We don't live there, so we don't know how, you know what I mean? Like they could be having the same conversations. Like, no, the shit happens out here, but it's not like y'all think it is.
It's the glorification of the criminal shit.
Bingo.
So you got
Facts.
anything that's criminal. So if you remove everything that's criminal with being a part of the neighborhood, it looks fun. If you take away all the criminal shit, if you really think about it, take away the drug selling, take away all the other shit, just all the criminal stuff removed.
I mean, it's no different than a frat.
Yeah, same shit.
There's no difference.
It's literally
It's the same
it's
thing.
networking.
Yeah,
is.
let's
Same
take
fucking
that back.
thing.
Let me scale that back. Y'all can say that.
I believe so.
It is.
Because I mean
It's illegal. It's an illegal
it's the same
frat.
thing. It is
Illegal frat.
It's a
It
street
really-
fraternity.
It's the street fraternity. Yeah, they got colors, they got signs, they got all it. Everything.
The KKK, the civil rights movements, the Divine Nine, the police department, the fire department, the
Church of God in Christ.
CCSD, Christians, Muslims, all religions. It's all they're all different versions of what a
organization
frat,
is.
an organization.
Yeah.
The police
Facts.
department in San Diego in the 90s, they used to have shirts that said that they were the biggest gang in Southeast. Like, literally. They know what it is.
So is America a gang? As a country?
Absolutely.
We got flags. We got guns.
Absolutely.
That's what
The
everything
the
is.
biggest
Embezzle money.
one. The biggest one.
Out the world.
That's what everything.
Not the biggest one no
is.
more.
Out the
No.
world?
Or what? I
We the
mean,
most powerful one.
yeah.
No, we not either.
Shit.
China?
Okay.
Boy, don't let that news fool. Boy, don't let that news fool you.
America, we the middleman with all these other countries. Ain't nobody fucking with
You
us.
saying China's stronger than us?
Fuck no.
They have more people. They ain't stronger than us though.
The economy weaker.
Okay.
Man, we would.
Boy, you to take that motherfucking Nintendo and shove it up your ass. Nigga, boy. America. Look, America can't wait to fight somebody.
Nintendo's Japan, bro.
Oh. Oh, they allies. But hey, man, this was good, man. We didn't even get through everybody, man. This was good, man. Skinny man.
Yeah, we just on introductions, huh?
Yeah, that's
we
crazy.
Didn't. That's crazy. We
That's
got
crazy.
everything
But,
else.
hey, this was great, man. Shit, next week, man. Views from the 7 podcast on Twitter, Views from the _7, Instagram, TikTok, Views from the 7 on Facebook. You can follow me at Just Call Me Spence on Twitter.
Young Al Bundy on Twitter and Instagram. YUNG_Al_Bundy.
This is all Bundy's fault because we argued about Drake for 20 minutes.
That's crazy.
Skinny Junior 777 on Instagram.
Shayna_Candy. That's everywhere, and it's at SHAYNA_KANDII.
I am S to the O on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, man. Next week, we up out of here. Peace.